let's talk. You're new to adventure riding, or you want to get into adventure riding? My thoughts about 5 months of adventure riding with my Himalayan. Got about 5,000 miles on it and a bunch of fun. We just got off a practice obstacle course for adventure riding. So the smile's definitely big. You can't see it right here, but a big smile on my face. All right, let's talk. We'll go through the biggest questions that I had and that I get now through comments. First things first, so when I bought this bike about 5 months ago, started adventure riding about 4 months ago, I have never ridden a motorcycle before. This is just all new to me. Let me get around this guy here. So if you are new to adventure riding or want to get into it, anything like that, I completely understand. The thoughts that I had initially and first, you know, what about the skills? How do you gain those skills? Here's the answer. Just get out there, get on the bike. No matter where you are, you've got something in the area. Just get out of town, hit some dirt, gravel roads, whatever you can get to. Just find your way to it. Don't overthink it. Don't let it get in your head. We're in the middle of South Carolina, so it's a trip to get up to the mountains for us. Now I'm lucky enough to have what's called the South Carolina Adventure Route in my area or close to me, so some off-roads. But find a farming community, get outside the city, find some back roads. It's all you got to do. Try to hit a couple different surfaces, gravel, sand, anything like that. You can build your skills pretty easily. The main thing is be safe and do not overdrive your skills. Underdrive your skills while you're building it up. Safety first, get out there, have fun. But yeah, so that was the main thing, is how am I going to get off-road experience? How am I going to get more comfortable out of standing positions? And that just takes a little bit of practice. A few people I've watched online that did help is Brett Traxey is an off-road teacher. You can find him online, and Moto Jitsu, just for overall riding. Great references, but you can find a lot of things out there. Really just hop on the bike and go. Be safe, but grow your skills. So the skills came pretty easily. I am still building them and will be building them for a while, without doubt. Second piece for me is kind of a two item. Number one, just safety. You know, how do you feel safe on the highway? How do you feel safe on the backcountry? If you've been a motorcyclist forever, highway, I mean, you're already good. You feel good. For me, I had to learn that. I'm a defensive driver, but again, I hadn't rode motorcycles before I got into adventure motorcycling. So just getting out there, really being very defensive, watching people around you, making sure standard motorcycle stuff, that they see you, you see them, don't get in the blind zones. But you know, not all too much goes into that. That can come with a little bit of time, and you can hop on roads that are not very busy. And I wonder if Mr. Officer in front of me got somebody for speeding. He pulled out of nowhere and he is going. All right, well, follow me for all of your tips and tricks, how to stay out of the officer's way. Oh man, somebody was dropping carpet on the road earlier, so if you need to know how to get around carpet on the road, I got it all, guys. Back at it. So yeah, the off-road stuff, when you're getting into that, you know, find some spots. Definitely underdrive your skills. Be careful off-road, different surfaces. You know, find your standing position. All of this is pretty basic. So skills building, number one, I did not find very hard at all. It's only been 4 months of officially off-roading. Now for me, I mean, I hopped in, so I can tell you, going from never riding a motorcycle as long as you are smart and safe, to where I've gotten to in really 4 solid months, and that's doing some of the Smoky 500. That's an unbelievable outdoor overlanding trip from the Smoky Mountains, all gravel dirt. The Trans-America Trail through Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, hundreds and hundreds of miles on that, overnighters. Camping in the Appalachian Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and the SCAR, South Carolina Adventure Route, something I have local. So, I mean, I've put almost 5,000 miles on. Can you see that? 49995. And a good bit of that has been off-road adventure riding. So, I mean, you can go right after it. But that's the main thing, is just take your time, be smart, don't override your skills. If you're with friends and those friends are better riders than you, you don't have to keep up. You can fall a little bit behind. Just be safe is the #1 thing. Camping, when you get ready to get outdoors and go overnight, when you're getting into adventure riding, if you're really looking into it or starting it, maybe you already have the right bike, but you haven't done any overnighters, you want to take that step. You know, gear is a big thing. There's a lot of cost in that. That's kind of that big real first hurdle for me, was the gear. I went budget on a lot of items and they work perfectly fine. You can get out there and grow, get your camping gear, and then slowly replace that. Slowly replace that as you go for something better. Another, don't get in your brain too much. As a quick comparison, I used to do a lot of backpacking, and it doesn't matter if you're going with budget gear or not. You might just be a little slower, a little heavier, but just get out there. So same thing with overnighting on a motorcycle, adventure riding, boondocking, just get out there. So you got into, you know, a tent, sleeping bag, those type of things. If you go the Walmart route, go the Walmart route. It's going to be a little heavier, a little bigger, and then change out as you go, as you find your sweet spot. Same thing for gear on the motorcycle itself. You can go, that's the big expense when you get started. I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but depending how much you've done. Luggage on the bike, you know, I went budget and I've actually have loved it. Both my panniers, my luggage in the back and tail bag, and I can get a little picture there of it, and my tank bag, our Tusk. That's a budget brand, and I have to say I kind of love it. On the back, I'll leave a little link and I'll pop a video up here and a little bit more information. But the Tusk Excursions, Tusk Olympus, budget stuff got me out there, and I'm not going to replace it anytime soon. It's actually been phenomenal. A third, maybe even a fourth the cost of some stuff. And then, you know, your gear, what you're wearing. I always recommend helmet and boots if you're adventure riding. Really get the right products. A lot of injuries when you're off-road, because you're going a little slower, doing something, is tipping the bike or leaning it over, is that lower leg. So I went with the very strong boots. That's where I got most of my money into. It's not a crazy boot. It's, for what it is, a great budget. Alpine Stars Tech 3. It's a great boot, but I mean, helmet and that, and the clothing you're seeing on me, which I have beaten up and got rained in, and I've gone to the dirt a few times, and I mean, this is all stuff that I've had through all of these trips, over 5,000 miles, and many nights out in the backcountry camping, and it has been fantastic. You know, just pick the right gear. I'll pop my video up here if you want to take a look at it. You don't have to get crazy, don't overthink it, but be safe. Everybody you're going to talk to is going to say the same thing. Try to put some energy into that footwear. Something solid, protects the foot, ankle, and calf. So those are the big 3 things kind of getting out here. And yeah, I mean, don't overthink it. Get out there, have some fun. We've been up through the Tennessee mountains. I'll pop some videos in here, and the beauty is amazing. We've been through the Appalachian Mountains and Blue Ridge Mountains. Just riding on on flat surfaces down here in South Carolina, where I'm from, in the middle, it's just sand and dirt and gravel, but you run into some Forest Service roads, you run into some country roads by farms. It's a lot of fun. Hop on the bike, get out there, say yes. Just say yes to adventure, man. Life is short. It's not just a saying. Just have fun, get out there and do it. Do it safe, do it smart. If you have any questions on being new to adventure riding, me never riding a bike to getting on the Trans-America Trail, or any obstacles you're running into, comment below. I love talking to you guys. The community is a big part of this. It was when I was backpacking and the adventure riding stuff. Especially if you have questions on the overnight camping, the cooking, those type of things is something I have a huge history in for backpacking. So, you know, my knowledge base is probably the highest there, but we've gotten crazy in the first 4 months and had some fun, guys. So we will speak to you soon. Enjoy your adventure, have some fun, just say yes and get out there. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment below, say hello, introduce yourself. What are you riding? Where have you been? What trails do you want to do? I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more adventures going. Hit the bell, ding, so you can watch me make an idiot of myself a little bit more often out here. Let's have some fun. Have a great evening.